All right. For those of you that thought you were going to get to avoid, Oko today by not seeing standard, we've got 4 Oko Thief of Crowns and 4 Gilded Goose here. This is one of the best acceleration packages in this format. This deck doesn't quite have a curve. It just like jumps up. We've got 8 1-mana accelerants here at the bottom. We've got 2 Elvish Mystics, 2 Llanowar Elves, 4 Gilded Goose. We've got Once Upon a Time plus Oath of Nissa to add some consistency to our deck. We've got Spell Queller and Wicked Wolf here on top of the cat combo. So people that haven't seen this before, Saheeli Rai plus Felidar Guardian makes an infinite number of 1/4s with haste that can attack people. Spell Queller is a little bit of interaction here. That's also sweet because if you elk Spell Queller, they don't get their spell back when he dies. If you have Teferi Time Raveler in play, they don't get their spell back when this dies or leaves the battlefield. We've got a bunch of Planeswalkers here, so I've just like thrown in a couple Heart of Koran just because like it's easy to crew and can defend our Planeswalkers well. Sideboards in this format are still kind of a guessing game. I rounded out the playset of Wicked Wolves just because this card's really good in fair matchups. We've got a lot of food for it. We've got some Mystic Disputes and some Veil of Summers for possible control decks. Deck and Stone for a little bit of removal. Some Pithing Needles, some Night of Autumn, just a variety of like potentially useful cards. So let's go ahead and dive on into a match here and see how this goes. No, the arena update went fine. I'm just enjoying playing Pioneer, and we've got a lot of viewers here for a Magic Online stream, so I also don't have a hard cutoff on my stream today. My boss approved me working overtime today, so I'm gonna do two more Pioneer decks and then still do 3 standard decks. We'd probably still have more viewers in this playing standard, but I'm also enjoying this. It's a little bit different, so we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to get a bunch of Pioneer videos up on YouTube too, just so I can see how those do. Our peak today's been like 1,700, which we've been hitting about 2,000 on Arena, so still a little bit lower. Close, but still a little bit lower. I think we should just be main decking Noxious Grasp with how standard's going. I mean, like, what's it called? The Angrass rampages that you wanted to cut, Bob, are very similar to that. I realize I have 6,000 shillings time to make it rain. If you save up to 10,000 or more shillings, you can bump decks in the queue as a heads up, though. There is some incentive to wait. These quest rewards, man, I just sit here getting enough to send one message because I'm not a sub. Just wasted this one, though. Yeah, if you whale your shillings, there are 10,000, 30,000, and 50,000 shilling rewards for people interested in those that allow you to bump decks in the queue. So missing red mana, unfortunately, here. Red is the splash color. This is a base Bant deck. Because remember, Oath of Nissa lets us find things like that. They have a Planeswalker of their own. We could be dead next turn. I would like 1 Spell Queller, please. They scryed to the top. I can only assume we're dead. They scryed to the top. I can only assume we're dead. Blowing my shillings brings all the boys to the yard. I guess I could have drawn for Spell Queller. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. Just like, take a hit. I could have also drawn Oath and Oathed into Spell Queller. Yeah, that's probably the line. Scale of 1 to dead. What are we working with here? great. I think I'm taking Llanowar Elves here. This gives haste, right? I just killed our Teferi. I think I just killed our Teferi, right? Yeah, so the reason why there's so little red in this mana base, for people wondering how we cast Saheeli Rai, is Oath of Nissa lets mana be spent as though it's mana of any color. So we can cast Saheeli off of Bantlands with Oath of Nissa in play. Oh, you were saying Oath didn't work for that? No, Oath, I don't think Oath's ever been bugged in terms of that. Alright, sweet, so they're dead? So they're playing Hearthstone and we're going to combo kill them. See, chat? You can win at Magic, just be luckier than your opponent. You can win at Magic, just be luckier than your opponent. Wicked Wolf seems not good here. Mystic Dispute seems absurd here, huh? This card seems great. Thoughts on Interplanar Beacon? I think I have a bunch of I think Interplanar Beacons makes my other spells too hard to cast. Needle's symmetrical, so I don't think I want Needle. What's my last turn for this Mystic Substitute? Probably like a Spell Queller. Like, they have Teferi, so I probably don't want 6 mana. Jeff, I liked your Jeskai hero build. If you consider Bant hero with Queller, yeah, it's probably great. There's a lot of sweet things to explore in this format. You can play Needle and then you can Oko it when you want to kill them, I guess. Nah, I think that's too cute. Let's do this. Nick, stop telling people how to make their decks better. Thank you. Don't tell people to play the good card. Orinel, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Once upon a time, there was a Temple Garden, because Glacial Fortress comes into play tapped off of Stomping Ground. Hey, Tweaked, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent Thursday wherever you are. Thanks, Boldum. No counterspell feels good. Look at that. My opponent's playing Opt in their combo deck. Don't they know they can play like Oath of Nissa and Once Upon a Time? Why would they play this awful cantrip, chat? Does anybody know why they would choose to play this cantrip that's really bad instead of like these good green cantrips? Seems loose. Shillings do not turn into any actual dollars for me. Shillings are purely an engagement driver. So, what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to make a food. I think I'm going to play Felidar Guardian. And I'm going to use this and sack this. And then I'm going to blink my Oko. So that way I can make this a 3/3 and attack their Teferi. And this sets me up to Oath into Saheeli next turn. Hey, Ruth Buzzy, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. What do you think is better, Goose or Birds of Paradise? I mean, they're not strictly better or worse. They're just, like, different. So that's silly to compare them. Patahari, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you are. Better get my virtual wallet before the economy takes off. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to, like, make this a 3/3 and kill both their Planeswalkers next turn. Gosh, who has the better Planeswalker here, do you think, chat? Who do you think has the better Planeswalker? Probably the person whose Planeswalkers are killing their Planeswalkers, right? It's really sad how Oko makes Teferi look like a pedestrian, right? Alright, so I could take Saheeli, or I could take Felidar and plan to blink the Oath of Nissa. Thanks, Ruth. Thanks for sticking through. What if is it Saheeli? Yeah, I think because once finds Felidar, right? And well, I'm down a Felidar already, though, is something to consider, too. So, like, I have 3 looks. Well, I guess I'm bottoming one, so it's similar. You only have, like, 2 Felidars and 40 cards. Saheeli Scries as well, though. I'm going to take Saheeli and Scribe. I could go either way here. But the fact that the Saheeli Scries, I think, puts her over the top for me. Saheeli also, like, kind of lets me be aggressive here, because she can, like, copy... Well, I guess she copies the base thing. This is really weird. I cast a 3-mana Planeswalker and plussed it, and she only went to 4. Is Moto bugged? Does anybody know, is that a Moto bug? I thought my 3-mana Planeswalker was supposed to go to more than that. Punished. Instantly punished. And I didn't put a creature on the board, yep. That's Raveler's flat. So I shocked in that land because I can once upon a time into a Spell Queller here. Get you once into a cat? No, I don't think so. Do I even care about that? Uncertain if I care about this. I believe the answer is no. Oh, we can steal it. Oko steals it. Oh, baby. Oh. we drew Spell Queller. We drew Spell Queller. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep 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 do 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 do. That was that. It's too early to declare something peak Pioneer. But if there was anything in the world that was peak Pioneer, I believe it's what's currently occurring on your screen. That's excellent. I am pleased. I am pleased. Oh, good, Bob, you're here. Excellent. I've been having fun. Exploring new formats is always fun. I have no idea if this format's gonna stay fun, but for now, I'm enjoying the journey. I blame you for Oko being everywhere. Listen, that's not my fault. Oko's just stupid. Card's too good. They plan on handling the banned list in this format. They said they're going to be managing this format with aggressive, out-of-cycle bans. Well, I didn't like my Teferi anyways. Lucky for you, opponent, I keep my Oko on top of my deck. Rats, how good would it have been if that had been an Oko? Here's hoping they play Grimflayer next turn. Really hope they play Grimflayer next turn. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Less exciting. There could be merit to playing out the Wicked Wolf just so it's not in my hand anymore. Oh, this can't block. I didn't attack because I forgot this can't block. For people wondering why I didn't make the good play, it's because I messed up. He was big and scary, chat. Play something more meaningful for the Wicked Wolf to eat, please. That's not more meaningful. My opponent also managed to put Once Upon a Time in their deck. God bless. I think I'm just playing this and eating Satyr Wayfinder. I can just block this and sack a food next turn when it attacks. Can you add more Okos to the deck? I think 7 is... I mean, to be fair, like, Oath of Nissa is like more virtual Okos, right? No Scavenging Ooze in my 75 is probably a mistake. Like I said, the sideboard's super hazy. Beam your upkeep, exile a creature from your grave if you do put one on. Oh, this card's kind of gas in this format, huh? That's sweet. And by sweet, I mean it's about to be an elk. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you know. The good news from here is the fact that we have Oath of Nissa means that we can draw Felidar and combo them all in one turn now. Because we can draw Felidar, blink Oath, and then hit Saheeli, play Saheeli combo. So, like, the Oath is still a good pickup here. And we just, like, bottom 2 more not good cards, right? And, like, do we even have enough lands we can once, and then... Yeah, we have enough mana with the Dorks that we can once... And do some other stuff. We can once for the Felidar, and then do it still. Narcomoeba, yep. Well, I mean, I get that you get this back, but like, still seems fine for me. Like, it just cost me a food, and like, this gets bigger, right? I keep the counter. Magic's an incredibly low variance game, high skill. Super exciting. Yeah, they need food for the troll too. Is another good question. Yeah, that's why that attack seems kind of medium. I used to think watching MTGO couldn't possibly be fun, but I'm having a blast. Yeah, Modern's not aged well. I used to have, some people that have joined in the last year, like, I've been streaming full time for almost 2 years now, and the first year was before Arena hit open beta, and I was just playing Magic Online, and like, Modern used to be gas, and like, it's just not, it just hasn't aged well. I don't know what else to say. The power level got pretty out of control. They haven't banned anything. Things like Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge have like always been there and kind of sucked. The fact that there's no random prison decks like that here is really exciting. Zach Baragari, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This card's really good. It's also possible we should be playing 4 of these in our main deck. Wicked Wolf is super strong. Yeah, I'm sure there's like prison elements you could play in this format, but like they're not going to be as good as the prison elements in Modern, not even close. Like, the types of cards that create the miserable prison decks just aren't the types of cards that we create in Magic anymore. They're just not the types of cards that get designed, because they're bad game design. We've not copied Wicked Wolf with Saheeli yet. I tried out some Pioneer Proxy today with a friend. They were on a control deck, and they had never come across Voice of Resurgence before. The reaction was priceless. Yep. At least Ensnaring Bridge used to suck until Zach had to root everything by introducing Lantern Control. Yep. If anybody watching has a Modern deck in my queue waiting to be played, and you would like to switch it to a Pioneer deck, I will offer you bonus points to switch your Modern decks to a Pioneer deck. That being said, if you're not interested in that, I will be playing all of the Modern decks I've agreed to play eventually. It's just going to be more slowly. My plans are to do two Modern decks a week still, and we'll get through all the ones I agreed to do. I'm not sure on Elk versus Grazier yet. Graziers are bigger, but the ease of turning Elk on Wolf seems inclined to swap Heart for extra rolls. Yeah, I agree, Bob. Heart seems real medium here. Heart's better for curving out, though. Like, if we don't have one of our 8 accelerants on one, like, Heart gives us a turn 2 into a turn 3 Planeswalker. Am I willing to play Pioneer piles? I mean, everything's a pile, Niv. Can we donate for Pioneer Build-Around? Only stipulation that it's a meme? I don't know on that yet. I don't really know what quantifies as a meme. How many bonus points? 50%. Whatever it's at in the queue, I'll bump it up by 50%. A lot of the most played modern cards are not in this format. Hopefully those are the questionable designs. Yeah, I agree. This is a lot of people for Magic Online. My average count for Magic Online is somewhere in the 900 to 1,000 range. Yeah, this troll is growing at an alarming rate, but like their graveyard's also slowly running out. And at some point I have to draw a spell, right? Like that's bound to happen. At some point the top of my deck will contain a spell. I mean, that's kind of a spell. I mean, making 2 food per turn is actually pretty good. Is the Pioneer metagame still take the best cards in Standard, add more cards? No, I don't think that's it at all. I think it's something brand new. People keep trying to compare this format to like Modern and Standard, and it's something new. Yeah, our Wolf is now going to outpace what their Troll can do. Is exactly correct. Oh, this could be lethal, huh? Is there a basic land in this deck? I don't remember if there's a basic land in this deck, and if there's not, I don't want to shuffle because I bottom 2 lands. There is not a basic land in this deck, so I'm going to decline to search because there's 2 lands in the bottom of my deck. I'd prefer not to redraw. Yeah, I'm not dead here. Because we can eat some food to gain 3 is exactly correct. I love eating food too. They exiled their prized amalgam. That's a big deal. I think I'm just gonna eat 1 food here. I could eat more than that, but I think that's unnecessary. What is turning on heart do? They were trophying on my turn. Personally, I would start with strong modern cards, just build around rather than try and create old standard decks. Yeah, I don't know. I think even starting with strong modern cards isn't a good idea, though. Once upon a time, there was a Felidar Guardian. And that Felidar Guardian blinked an Oath of Nissa. It does chat. They trophied on my end step. Stop it. Stop Twitch chatting. I believe in you. You can do it. You're smarter than that. Well, if I had played this Glacial Fortress out, I could have made 2 food this turn, but I didn't, which is sad. Do we have Saheeli in our deck? It doesn't appear so. Please, Sunayumi, just reference which deck it's for. And I need to verify that it is actually your deck. Because I'm sure after I said that, some people are going to submit things claiming that they want to swap a deck that's not actually there, so I need to verify. I mean, we did keep a land heavy hand to start too, right? Like, we kept a couple of dorks and like... Alright, so I can go block, block, block... And this can't trade with this here just yet, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and create a food. And then I'm currently at 6. So I probably want to eat a couple of foods here. Just so I take a pretty minimal amount. I think I'm going to leave 2 left over here. We'll take 3, go down to 3. You know what? Maybe, I think I should go to 2 here, because we're going to die to a Creeping Chill. We're going to die to flipping Creeping Chill. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, so this allows me to make the most food. Can I kill them? Are they dead? If I crew this is 4, 12, make 2 food, kill them. They have 1 card. I think I'm supposed to play around a removal spell here, huh? I feel like we're far enough ahead that I'm not supposed to leave myself dead to Fatal Pusher Trophy. I think I'm supposed to pass. I'm gonna pass. I think it's super incorrect. Like, they're down to 1 creature in their discard pile here, too. And, like, my wolf beats the troll in combat this turn. Yeah, I think it's right to just do that. Wicked Wolf, Deccan Stone, Korean, and Spell Queller both seem kind of medium here. Trim 2 and 2. The turn before, you should accrued Korean before eating to have another flying blocker. No, I don't think so, Ghost. I think that's fine. Yeah, we just won that game on the back of Wicked Wolf, right? Just like, we didn't have our combo, we couldn't find an Oko, like, that was super impressive. Super, super impressive to me. We're not able to double block with Troll plus Heart the turn before. We could have, but I don't think it was necessary. So, like, I could keep this hand and, like, hit with once and have a Llanowar Elves, but, like, the thing you want to ask yourself is, how good is this hand even if it finds lands? And even if this hand finds lands, it's not very good, right? So, like, if you're taking a bit of a risk, you want to make sure that that risk is proportional to the payoff that you're getting, and the payoff that we're getting with that hand is not high. Hey, Indra. Yeah, I was super excited to get channel points. So the big reason, in addition to my mental health to a degree, that I put the chat in sub-only mode, it's like, when we get to 1,800 people consistently, the chat starts moving at a rate where I can't read most of the messages. And I like to be able to read most of the messages, so the channel points allow non-subs to chat a little bit, and it still means the chat doesn't flow at an absurd rate, which is nice. Thinks we have value. I didn't say you have value. It's just being able to read your messages means you're more likely to give me money. Which is nice. I like money. Would you say 20 lands with 4 once upon a time is reasonable for a scales type deck? Yeah, probably. I heard that we're a competitive advantage. I have value. I'm sure Jeff has a count on whales somewhere. Egg Rollin, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued Prime support. Thanks, Silly Cheese. And remember, if you have to head off and you can't catch everything that we play, everything's going to end up on my YouTube and, everything's going to end up on my YouTube and my Twitch channel later. End up on my YouTube channel later, cut up by deck. So, I'm enjoying this format. How much I intend to stream Pioneer is going to be dictated by what the viewer count looks like and how the YouTube videos do and what my subscribers say. I'm going to send out another subscriber survey a little bit early this time around to get feedback on Pioneer. So, if you were thinking about subbing and you want to have input on the channel, I'm going to send out another sub survey. It's probably about 2 weeks from now once we played a bit of Pioneer, so people can give their feedback on what they think about the format. Okay, sure. It's an you could argue it's an emergency survey update, but I'm technically scheduling it in advance, okay? So it's not an emergency survey update, it's just an out of cycle update. Hey, no problem, Captain Command, happy to do it. Your liability's showing again. Whoopsie. Can we talk about 1/4s against aggro decks, chat? I really like my 1/4s against the aggro deck. Yeah, there are 4 different 1-mana accelerants legal in Pioneer. Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Golden Goose, Arboreal Grazer. Well, that's unfortunate. Sounds good, Suna. Man, we have not been good at drawing spells this match, huh? Have we drawn like 2 spells this match? And 2 of the spells total we got Thoughtseize? We've gotten more spells Thoughtseize than we've actually cast. How do you think Deathrite Shaman? I think this is a place where Deathrite Shaman can finally exist. From the top of your head, do you think of some of the top kind of decks that use all 16 1-mana accelerants? Probably not. It's probably unnecessary. Yeah, our spells have been good. Petition to let us spend shillings and time out others. Maybe. Someone asked that. I have to figure out an appropriate rate. And, like, the other thing, too, is, like, at any point, we could just draw Saheeli and kill them, right? Like, of course you could spend shillings to get timed out. Like, our draw's been terrible, and we still just, like, have Felidar in play, and, like, could Oops twin you, because their clock isn't particularly fast here. Clearly we should cut a land. Honestly, with 4 once and 4 Oath, we might be able to get away with cutting a land. Yeah, someone said they added a bunch of styles this update, which is exciting. As a sucker for cosmetics, it's exciting to hear. Wonder if they have another Noxious Grass beer. Alacane, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you are. Man, just zero respect for the fact that they could get combo killed. Wonder if they have another removal spell. What's the combo? Saheeli Rai with Felidar Guardian creates infinite 1/4s with haste. So if we can draw our Planeswalker card, we will get to kill them. Am I dead on board? We go block, block, die because of trample. Alright, let's play the third game on the play. Can we just start cutting a land? Do we just start cutting a land during sideboarding? Is that the line? Let's bring in these Veils. They have Noxious Grasps and trophies and stuff. Sure. They have Thoughtseize as well. Yeah. It's 2 a.m. here, and I'm still watching Jeff's stream. I should really be sleeping. It all goes up on YouTube, I promise. By the time you wake up, it should all be processed and loaded up. I think cutting Wolf is silly. I think Wolf is much better than Reflector Mage. I think maybe Mage is better than... It's possible that the Spell Queller Teferis are unnecessary. And, like, maybe I just want more creatures that I can copy. I could definitely see that. Saheeli's downtick on Gilded Goose makes a food, which is kind of sweet. No, that's not how that works, Captain Command. Maybe minus a land, 2 heart, Queller, 4 Reflector Mage, a Wolf, a Teferi. Yeah, maybe. Teferi is good at just, like, protecting our stuff. Yeah, Teferi is nice because he protects our combo. That's brutal. They didn't discard anything, so they must like their hand. Oath of Nissa sounds great. I'm going to shock this in. I'm going to play this elf out. I think this elf might be trading for this Bloodsoak champion here. I guess they can just bring it back to play. Yeah, I guess that's a bad line. I see you, Fuji Blaze. We played a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff's been sweet. I don't want to once upon... Oh, I shouldn't have shocked. Because I don't really want to once upon a time this turn. Because there's an Oath on top. I'm just not going to remember to do that. Sabrain is just too outside of my normal, what I'm doing. I can tell you that I'll try, but it's honestly not going to happen. I don't like to lie. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I take the wolf. And I think I'm gonna once upon a time here. Because if I hit a white source, I can deck in stone this Bloodsoak champion. And that keeps my Planeswalker alive. Satan's Deck Cheese, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Why doesn't Decade Stone also hit creatures in their hand? Asking the real questions. I think I'm just passing here. I think I'm just passing. I don't pay my moderators. They enjoy moderating. And we have a lot of moderators here because I give everybody who's a 12-month sub a mod sword. So this channel tends to have more mods than a lot of other places. Mods aren't obligated to do the things that they do here. They're paid in timeouts. That's definitely accurate. I moderate because I have no power in my normal life and it validates my complex. God bless. All right, they're down to 2 cards in. And again, like, we're flooding, but, like, we're kind of ahead. Saheeli Rai really punching the clock here. If they have an instant, they could make this a 4/4, I guess. Yeah, this is going to end poorly, isn't it? That's unfortunate. It's obligated to fight once you pick something to fight. I don't have any food here, obviously. All right, with the other Elvish Mystic played out here, if this Felidar Guardian blinks Oath of Nissa and it finds another Saheeli Rai, we can Saheeli Rai next turn and combo them, assuming they don't have any interaction. Other streamer I watch literally mods anyone in chat. That sounds useless. All right, if their last card's blank, we could kill them here. Happy Thursday, Aaron. At Thibbits. Sorry, Aaron was the name above yours. Okie doke. Are you dead? Please be dead. This is a concession lockup, or is Moto just locking up here? Anyone? Bueller? Nope, Moto's just locking up. Got it. You have to click the mana symbol up here instead of clicking down here. That's so silly. They're going to have a Doom Blade and we're going to die. So, if they don't have a piece of removal here, this happens infinite times. Saheeli copies the cat blinks Saheeli, Saheeli copies the cat. All of the copies have haste, we kill them. It's a pretty good mix, right? We had a match where we drew the combo. I had a game where we drew the combo, then a game where we killed them with Wicked Wolf. Is Doomblade good in this format? Actual factual Doomblade might actually be good here. You stream for almost 6 hours, have you eaten anything? I've not yet. In fact, I should probably... I brought my case. I'm gonna need to pop my Invisalign out and actually eat here. So I'm gonna hide myself for a second and do that. It's a good suggestion. Actually, I'm gonna put something in the microwave really quick. Let's do that. That seems great. Exploring new formats is a lot of fun. Alright, this should be a matchup where Spell Queller is good, huh? So a YouTube video where you mentioned having Uncrustable. Highly recommend throwing those in the toaster. That's an interesting thought. Gilded Goose seems awesome here, huh? Let's start with that. One power flying creature. How about an O2 blocker? Get you. All right, chat. Pop quiz. How many breadsticks is too many breadsticks? Don't fail the quiz, chat. You're under a lot of pressure here. I believe in you. Trick question. There we go. See, I almost got one. There's no such thing. See, look at that, chat. I knew you would pass the quiz, chat. You've been trained well. So if I get this, oh, this doesn't even bring this into play untapped, right? Yikes, this mana base. This is definitely a mana base. All right, I'm gonna hide myself for a moment while I pull my Invisalign out. I'm gonna keep playing, but BRB. My mouth is still a little sore from these new trays. All right, what are we doing? That's a Broco. How about we Mana Confluence and then Goose here and see where we go from there? I might just want to hold up Spell Queller this turn. Yeah, blue-green food's the best deck in Standard and it's not close. Not particularly close. Getcha. And then I think, unless we draw a Teferi next turn, I think I'm going to go ahead and Oko make this an Elk. So that way their thing's gone forever. Go. For those that are coming from Standard, Queller is not one ability. Queller is templated differently than things like Deputy of Detention and Detention Sphere. So when you Elk Spell Queller, they don't get their spell back. This is notably a different interaction than what we see in Standard. So it's worth pointing out, I think. So with Deputy of Detention and Standard, that is not how it works. It's important to note. I'm not sure how they beat me making 3/3s every turn from here on out, but I'm interested to see them try. Especially when I can, like, just Elk any bigger creature that they play. Like how there's literally a question asking about the interaction I just took the time to explain. Never changed, Twitch chat. I mean, to be fair, like, Oko's playable in Modern and in other formats too. Like Oko is everywhere. Alright, let's lead on this. If they want to counter this, we can then play Oko. And if they don't counter this, we'll just start ticking up and scrying. Vintage staple Oko indeed. So we're shipping all of these at me, huh? Attacking me for 3 every turn as opposed to attacking my Planeswalker when I can sit here and make food with my Gilded Goose seems like an interesting play. Really love to draw Felidar Guardian next turn, obviously. And we'll bait with Oko if we draw that. Scary Terry while their graveyard's empty, not so scary. Can a mod turn me into an elk? 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10 question. Ooh. Huh. Well, I think I'm actually baiting with Oko at this point. They didn't have it. All right. Yep. Well, that's surprising. Yep. Well, let's start attacking the fairway, I guess. Hey chat, do you think this card's good here? What do we think of this card? Man, so much of my deck seems like it's good here. What am I even supposed to cut? What am I supposed to cut? Open to suggestions. Is Wicked Wolf not good enough? Because they have like Siren Storm Tamers? Is that the case? I like these flying blockers. This gets me close. Yeah, I'm cutting a land because we're playing too many lands. Is it crazy to cut some of my combo pieces? Is that silly? Maybe Veil of Summer's not good enough. They don't actually have that many counterspells, right? I guess it counters Brazen Borrower, which is nice. It stops Trickster too. I don't know, I kind of think Wicked Wolf might be okay. What if I cut the combo? Is that just nonsense? Is this nonsense? Yeah, I just kill them with like Wolves, Okos, and Spell Quellers? Like Hardicaran? Like, Saheeli's pretty medium, and, like, they can attack her in the air. Like, I think if my opponent had taken a different role that game, I don't know, I guess we would have beat them the fair way. If you're cutting the combo, why are you even playing this? I mean, the deck, like, the combo is relevant in some matchups. It's not relevant everywhere. Yeah, we're gonna run super late today. Sure, I guess. This hand could be anything, chat. Hand could be anything. Put it mulligan to 6. Does this deck need more tempo? Something like that. Wow. I just, like, have a bunch of Tempests or what's going on here? Nothing to see here. Just get playing my elf out for no reason. Nothing tricky at all. Goose is actually a really good hit here with two, what's it called in my hand? 2 Wicked Wolves. Alright, so I'm gonna shock this into play around like Quench, I guess. Because even if I don't use it, I'm gonna cast Once Upon a Time next turn. Tidebinder Mage here is locking down my Gilded Goose. If this gets into play, I'm gonna try and fight the Tempest and sack this food. Well, I guess that goes sideways. Maybe I am actually just going to fight the Tidebinder Mage to get my Goose back. Because the Goose pumping out food is pretty valuable, especially with the second Wolf in my hand. Yeah, I think if this resolves, I'm just going to fight the Tidebinder Mage. Because this is much better against a bounce spell. Because if I, like, sack this food trying to fight this and they bounce spell me, I kind of get tempoed out of the game, right? Teferi sees a small amount to play in Modern. A lot of the decks that want to play Teferi in Modern aren't actually that good. Well, I mean, so people that talk about Teferi and compare him to Oko, I think they're largely missing the point. Teferi as a card isn't how they actually had Quench. That's great. Teferi as a card isn't super strong from a power level perspective. Teferi as a card is just annoying because, like, he kind of breaks what you're allowed to do in Magic and what you're not allowed to do. Like, from a that perspective, it's incredibly... Wow, we just got stubborn denialed. Woof, I was not expecting that one. I think it's still right to play Teferi there, but that was definitely not a card on my radar to be playing around. According to law of Olive Garden, infinite is too much. I should know. I'm a lawyer doctor that does some light astrological studies. Fair. I'm leaving back Spell Queller here because I want 2 blockers, just so this Jhin doesn't kill me next turn. All right, so dead to a bounce spell here. I think that this is the correct play. So I can't just eat this food here. Because if I eat this food, I'm going to, I'm not gonna be able to kill the Tempest Jhin next turn. No problem, Frost Otter. They've only got 1 card. We're really close to stabilizing here, which is nice. I think they can cast either half with this, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Oh my gosh, I just punted. I was eating and punted. Wow, we'd win this game by a ton if I wasn't not paying attention. So they made a huge mistake, and then I messed up. So if I sack the food that they target with this to Wicked Wolf, this gets countered, and they can't send it on an adventure. So I should have made this a 4/4, and then this wouldn't have happened, but I was muting to eat and, you know, distracted, Magic streaming. Yeah, wow. So, like, now they have us on a real clock in the air because I messed up. That's a big deal. Otherwise they'd be on Tidebinder Mage versus my Wolves and my Elves. Do you recommend for a player that's new to Modern? I'd recommend playing Pioneer instead. Modern's incredibly intimidating and fast and brutal. Outside of that, if you're dead set on playing Modern, I'd recommend proxying 3 or 4 different decks and then finding the one you enjoy playing the most. Because Modern decks tend to be very expensive, so you really don't want to buy something without test driving it first. So like, now I'm dead on board, whereas I'd be at 5 with a huge board advantage if I hadn't missed the play. I would be dead on board anyways, I guess. Close. Let's get the next game on the play here. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. I'm gonna go ahead and run it back. Maybe I want this extra deck in stone. Keeping their what's it called off the table seems pretty important. Well, that's a mana base. Wonder if this was the deck in stone that I put in over this once upon a time. Maybe that's wrong. Getting the mana right in a deck like this is definitely going to be key to making it powerful. The core of what we're doing here is great, but like getting all the details surrounding it correct is tough. Thanks for doling out some sub gifties, Marty. Happy Thursday to you. All right, chat. I know you're going to tell me to make the right decision, but there's 2 more breadsticks in my fridge from last night. What should I do with them? Give them to my kids. Get out of here. Stay smart and thin. Look, the package that the breadsticks are stored in from last night doesn't have any nutrition information on them, so I'm pretty sure that means there's 0 calories. Pretty sure that's how that works. Well, this is rude. Getting punished for not holding up Veil of Summer, I guess. Land. Well, I mean, that's a good draw at least, huh? Zagwa, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm enjoying this format a lot. We're planning on doing 3 decks today, and I'm going to end up doing 5, I think. I think I'm going to let this happen and then Veil of Summer it. So I don't really care about the 2/2. I just want to keep my elf alive. So this gives this hexproof. And it lets me draw a card to hopefully, look at that, cast a Once Upon a Time to find a land. Perfect. Easy game, easy life. Opponent's missing their third land drop. That's great for us. That's a good draw, too. Would like to play my Fighty Wolf, and we're going to fight the tapped one, because that's the one holding my other Llanowar Elf back. Yay, Flames on Kavus. You don't really care about their creatures, though, Polly. I want to save Deck and Stone for in case they, like, untap and play like a Tempest Shin. There is a fast food pasta place called Fazoli's that my wife enjoys, that we partake in on occasion. This is leftover Fazoli's from last night. I'm trying to get you a deck list I want to add to the queue, but Stream Decker's not acting well. It's okay, Marty. Was that a good draw? I feel like that was a good draw. What if I make a food and then I just Deck and Stone this? What do you think of that? Go. I think it depends on what your deck's looking to do, which 1-mana red spell you want to play. Bombardment versus not. I mean, that's one of the things that's great about Lightning Bolt not being in this format. Restrictions breed innovation. It's just something that's super true. So, like, the fact that, like, you can't just always know Lightning Bolt is best requires you to, like, innovate and try things, which is great. Yeah, the fact like Spell Queller stock, for example, goes way up in this format because Lightning Bolt doesn't exist, right? What if instead we didn't do any of that? Is that a good draw, chat? What do we think of that one? Beto, you were timed out for telling lies, okay? I very clearly said that there was no calorie information on the breadstick packaging, so that meant the breadsticks had 0 calories in them. Don't do that to me. Come on now. The math checks out. Does it make a difference to you whether I view you on the Safari or Twitch app? No, not at all. Whatever's easiest. Always whatever is most convenient for you. We actually wouldn't mind hitting a blue source here. Perfect. Because now I can hold up Spell Queller plus Mystical Dispute, which is great. I think I want to just make another food here, and then I'm going to start beating them down with Spell Queller in the air. Although maybe I should leave Spell Queller back for a turn, because they currently have a 3/3 and 2/2/2, so they could chip into Oko here. But I guess Oko's also at 9, so it's like, you know, good luck, Godspeed. This doesn't matter, right? I'm just gonna block with Wicked Wolf. It's not like this has evasion. Brazen Borrower. What if we didn't? What if we didn't? Have you played against a self-mill deck yet? I've not. Just got 10 power turn 1. I hope they... How do you get 10 power turn 1? Just like an absurdly lucky Tomb Scour? I'm going to elk this one because I really don't want the Brazen Borrower coming back. Yeah, I doubt they're going to ban anything from that. I assume that's enough variance that it's A-okay. Oko is amazing garbage. Yeah, there's probably just a sick Bant mid-range deck in this format that's just like Goose, Oko, Wicked Wolf, Spell Queller, Teferi, and then like other playable Magic cards. Alright, I promise, even though this deck is running long, we're going to play out the entire league because, let's be honest, this deck has a soft spot in my heart. But if I don't brush my teeth before I put my Invisalign back in, they don't work as well, so I need to... I got you, Marty. I'm going to run a quick 2-minute ad break while I go spend 2 minutes brushing my teeth anyway, so BRB, and when we get back, we're going to finish the 2 matches with this, and then we're going to roll on into some Elves and Pioneer as well. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Look at that. That takes about 2 minutes. Thanks everyone who stuck through the break. I appreciate you. You're not like that other 10% of Twitch viewers who leave when I have to take a 2-minute break. I appreciate you. Hey, Yori, thanks for the 12 months. Sultai Seasons Pass with Oko. I have nothing but excitement. Sounds fantastic. Director Dodd, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Appreciate you shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Gotcha, Tori. Hey, Ziggle. Thank you for the brand new... Thanks for the sub gift, team. Thought cam girls didn't do breaks. They do when they perform for 10 hours in a day. I'm gonna have a link to the MSI installer for today's update. So you can always find the latest MSI link there in case you need that to update. Thank you for the myth card. Code, I'm hoping Oko hasn't colonized that game too. That wasn't 2 minutes. As a resident Twitch chat dentist, I'm disappointed in your brushing habits. And this is why your mouth is bleeding. My mouth's not bleeding. Your mouth is bleeding. What are we naming? Elf. Elf with no 1-drop. Interesting. Alright, tiny green people. You think traditional control has a place in standard now that there's no field? Maybe. It's hard to know for sure. Howdy to Freaky. So I'm actually going to shock in Breeding Pool since we drew Felidar Guardian. I know I have this other Botanical Sanctum that doesn't hurt me, but if I play Botanical Sanctum, this Glacial Fortress comes into play tapped next turn, and then I can't cast this Felidar Guardian, which is not ideal. Twitch finally pushed their fix. God bless. I'm actually using your thing in, what's it called mode right now? In, the other mode. Overlay. Hey, look, they played a 3-3. That's sweet. You know what's better than 1 Oko activation per turn, chat? 2 Oko activations per turn. Go. Wait, is field not properly banned? I'm on arena right now and just queued into full-on Golos in the traditional standard queue. That can't be real, right? Oh, is it a constructed event? Yeah, if they're in a constructed event, they might not have closed constructed events on people. Which would be silly, but possible. I really enjoyed 2 Oko activations last turn, so I'm going to do it again. Go. We haven't drawn many spells this game, but the spells we have drawn are good. All right, four cards off the top of our deck. Just kill them here. 4 Oath of Nissa to redraw into them. They have a Quarter Calling? You have to get, like, Shaman of the Pact here? The opponent's playing Tribal Elks. Obelisk of Elk. That's interesting. It's a neat card. Obelisk of Elk. Are we having a good time? I'm having a good time. We're definitely on 1 too many lands. We might even be on 2 too many lands. But I'm cutting a land during sideboarding, Burgle. I'm 1,000% cutting a land during sideboarding. Oko is the Borg, I'm telling you. I believe you. Feels Borg adjacent. I was like, that wasn't Obelisk of Elk. Oh, see? Pulled a sneaky on you. All right, so do I Goose on 1? I think I actually Elf on 1, so I can hold up Queller on 2. Do I Elf on 1? Do I hold up Queller on 2, or do I hold up Saheeli Rai? Or do I jam Saheeli Rai? Because if I'm jamming Saheeli Rai, I need the Gilded Goose. For people that weren't paying attention, my opponent played an Obelisk of which is an artifact, so we turned it into an elk. And then I cackled hilariously because, well, that's what you do when Oko turns off all of your opponent's good cards. Well, I mean, like, so Queller's not going to stop them from playing Magic Burgle, but, like, taking one of their spells and then, like, putting a 2/3 into play, like, stabilizes the board really well, right? Like, this tempo is huge, right? Mono White Disappointment, thanks for the Twitch Prime. You said you were going to come through and you did. Welcome back. My most satisfying win last night was my turn 2 Oko turning their turn 1 Goose into an Elk and then them immediately conceding because they couldn't Oko me back. That's frequently the right play, is Elk their Goose, if you're on the play. This message has been timed out for 4 hours. Goodbye. Thanks for the 13 months card breaker. They got a Trapper and a Steel Leaf Champion off of that. Wicked Wolf here, probably. They're missing land drops. Do I just kill their Elvish Mystic? I think I do. Like a 1/1 versus a 2/2 is pretty irrelevant. At Killed, thanks for the 10-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Yeah, but like they have a bunch of spells in their hand, Marty, so I think I just want to like stop them from vomiting onto the board ASAP, right? The Elk clip is fantastic. I try. All right, so I think I'm gonna make red, blue, this, play this, copy Wicked Wolf, eat your clan caller. Opponent's had enough. All right, chat. All right, this is the final boss. Playing for that Hawaii 5-0 here. In the market for the Hawaii 5-0. 3-2'd the first 3. What's the price difference between 5-0 and 4-1? Some amount of treasure chests. I don't remember. View prices. It is 6 extra treasure chests and 30 extra play points. So 6 times 2, it's 12. It's like $15 riding on this match. It's like two burritos, double burritos, chat. Oh no. I could keep my cool when we were playing for single burritos, but if we're doubling up the burritos that are riding on this single match of Magic, I might get a little bit of the shakes. And Watsy can't even smash the Tron button here. Ain't that the truth? How many breadsticks? It's a lot of breadsticks. It's like 15 breadsticks. That's why you don't measure in terms of breadsticks. You always measure things in terms of how many burritos you can buy. They're unable to find us a worthy adversary here. $15 for an hour and a half. That is better than the minimum wage in my state. Your dad. We are the Iron Deck of Pioneer, Wolf, Oko, Goose. Get our name on that. Six sick brags. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, we 5-0 with this and it doesn't get published, though. Just because, like, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people trying cat combo, and I wouldn't be surprised if other people 5-0 with decks very close to this. Something that's really important to remember when you're going to be looking at these upcoming Moto data dumps from this format is remember that all Magic Online data provided by Wizards is artificially diverse. So there's going to be a lot of sweet decks up there, I'm sure, but you can't judge any performance rates based on the information that Wizards provides. No, they post us in the 5.0s. We've hit 5.0 on Modern plenty of times in recent memory. I mean, $15 is like a lot of Taco Bell burritos. I measure my burritos by the Chipotle. His hand is great by its stuff. Something like that. I think I lead on Elf here. I don't know, could go either way. Excited to get Thought Seized and not have any relevant spells. Please play an Elk. 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 Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. Joke's on you, opponent. I didn't want to turn 2 Oko anyways. Honk honk, chat. Ready to start baking? Our geese are here and they're ready to get baked, chat. Thought seize me again, daddy. I ain't got any thoughts left to seize. Cometh at me. For Jeff to play Moto with sounds on. The sounds are technically on. They're just not being transmitted to OBS because nobody wants to hear that. But Jeff, I'm somebody who wants to hear the sounds. Yeah, good. Get out of here. Nobody believes you. Do I hear the distant sound of cattle in the opponent's deck? Quite possibly. Why does our Oko combo deck have this weird artifact lady in it? Is it crazy to just make a food here? I think I'm just gonna make a food here. They're gonna like deploy another good threat and I'm gonna be sad, but I guess they can deploy another good threat even if I queller that, so. You gonna crack us for 4 here? I might just crack us for 4 here too. Get a real clock going. The opponent also 4. I have no idea. Moto does not always pair based on record. It tries to minimize the amount of time you're waiting in the queue. Which is good to a degree. $2,500 shilling down to crap more to bump a deck. I'm doing Swell Shadows. Enjoying this deck, enjoying this format. This is like kinda dangerous because like now they could kill my Queller during my draw step to draw step Thought Seize me, which really sucks. But like I also don't want to just like lose my last card here. With these 3 food in play, if their hand is like all clunkers or just like on blanks, we could race them theoretically with these 2. Oh. That's fine. We've run pretty good here. This is why we play Magic as a best of 3 game, right? Even if we break off and die here, we get the next game. Arena voice acting better than Moto sounds. You're not wrong. Probably cracking a food here. Cracking a food puts me to 9, which increases the clock by a turn. Should Tireless Tracker be in a deck to have Oko more artifacts to make it the 3/3s? Maybe, Marty. I think there's definitely like a mid-rangey deck in this format that could probably play all those cards. Holy crap, is that what a spell looks like? I'd almost forgotten. I'd almost forgotten, chat. Oh boy, is that a spell. All right, what am I supposed to fight here? I think Wicked Wolf messes up these Abzan decks. I definitely want 4 Wicked Wolf in my main. Is it Scooz? Scooz is going to make their Grim player a 4/4, though. Is the problem. I think it's Scooz. I just have to take a hit this turn. Yeah, I don't know. I could go either way. Like, if I kill the Grim Flayer, I then can't block the Scavenging Ooze for fear of a removal spell, which is, like, also not great for me. Flayer does have Trample. This is a card people wanted to be good in Modern for a long time that never was. I bet it's probably pretty okay in this format. I would be surprised if it's not. They can't beat Indestructible. I mean, they can run me out of food. Like, I don't have a bird going anymore, and I don't have an Oko. I mean, they're playing Fabled Passage. Super punished for my decision. Although I guess now if they attack me, I get to kill Lilion on the backswing. Our best draw is like our second Wicked Wolf next turn. I guess Felidar Guardian is also as good as a Wicked Wolf because it blinks the existing one and then eats the Grim Flayer. So this card is a 2/2 that as long as they have Delirium, which is 4 or more card types in their bin, it gets +2/+2. And then whenever it deals combat damage to me, they get to look at the top 3 cards of their deck and mill any number of them. So they bin 2 there and then put 1 back on top. Do I bounce? I just bounce their Deathrite Shaman and kill their Liliana here, right? That's a good draw. If I bounce Queller, they get to Thoughtseize Queller, so that would be an incredibly bad play. Killing their Planeswalker seems like a good play. Oh, Teferi does stop that, you're right. But that's still like, how do I beat their Planeswalker? Then you're right that it's not a bad play for that reason. It's still not a good play, but it's not a bad play for that reason. You're correct. The play is still bad. It's still worse than killing their Planeswalker, but you're correct that what I said is not true. Should have attacked them for 2 here. Those 2 points could matter. And to be fair, the person who suggested making that play didn't point out either way that would or wouldn't happen. And like, now they're gonna put a Deathrite Shaman back into play here, which means I have to gain life with this food, which then I don't have it to protect Wicked Wolf anymore. If they have Brutality, I can crack the food. So I should have attacked them for 2. They have Wingmate Rock in their deck. There's a card I haven't seen in a long time. There's a mythic, chat. That's like 2 elks for the price of 1. Oh, you know what? I should have attacked with this again, right? I think the play here is do this, keep this one, and I'm gonna bounce Wicked Wolf and then eat the Deathrite Shaman. So I'm dead to a removal spell because a removal spell taps the Wicked Wolf even if I make it indestructible. But we're pretty dead to that regardless. Yeah, looks like, oh, do they have Fatal Push? Oh, if their card's Fatal Push, that's so good for us. We're dead to Trophy. Abrupt Decay, yeah, that doesn't kill Wicked Wolf either. And they can't Thoughtseize us. And then, like, I have Spell Queller in hand with Teferi in play. So, like, we might be stabilizing here. They should be 4 lower if I had made better attacks, but they're not because I didn't. Oko off the top. Come on. Come on. Oko off the top. Wait, what? Friendo. Oh, they're going to Fatal Push this post-combat. They're going to... No, wait, it's indestructible. So that doesn't work either. No, they can't kill in response. I have a Teferi. They're playing Hearthstone. Oko, please. Oko, please. How about another land? All right, so they'd be... Actually, they're going to be dead on board after we Spell Queller their play next turn, right? So, like, they make a play, we Spell Queller them, we untap kill them. I'm pretty sure their last card is Fatal Push. No, they're playing Hearthstone. There's a Teferi right here. Yeah, whew! That was a tight game of Magic. Sometimes we want it more than they do. Yeah, I mean, that was just like a clutch game overall. All right, I want Wicked Wolves for sure. I think I want Veils and Deccan Stones. We're cutting a land every game because there's one too many lands in the deck. What are my 6 cuts? I think the opponent should have made illegal plays. Moto would probably have been okay with that. They should try, I agree. Is it crazy to cut mana creatures? I think I'm gonna cut mana creatures. Do we want Heart? I think we do. What if I do this? Do I not want Heart? Maybe I don't want Heart, and I just keep my combo. Yeah, I'm gonna not do Heart, and I'm gonna leave the combo in. Let's try this. That was it. This deck generates some sweet games of Magic. Who's got 2 thumbs and excited to get Thoughtseize with this hand? This guy right here. I'm like 100% certain we're not supposed to hold up Veil here. Someone's gonna recommend it. Someone's gonna recommend that that's a play I should have made, but I'm very confident that I'm not supposed to make that play. All right, and because Oko's like my only resource here, I'm just gonna go Goose Goose here and hold up Veil. Because I'd prefer to play Oko with Veil up since he's my only tool I have at the moment. And like, if they Thoughtseize me next turn, I could just Veil them. Yeah, I think there should probably be some Scavenging Oozes in this deck that we're playing. I think there's a very, very real chance that some Skews should be in here. I feel like you should have held up on Veil on turn 1 because I know a timeout request when I see one. God, these mana dorks don't die to Liliana the Last Hope either. What doesn't? Oh God, that's just great. There's definitely a good Bant deck in this format too. There's probably a variation of this deck without the combo in it that's very good still. I've been thinking about replacing Birds of Paradise with Goose and Podmom in Modern. I think you have to. I think Goose is not playable without Oko, but you probably can put 4 Okos in that deck and have it be great. I think if you're playing it with 4 Okos, you just have to have this card defeat it. Like this is a package deal. You can't get one without the other. Replace the combo with Dig Through Time. Maybe I've heard worse ideas than that today. What if instead we didn't? What if instead we didn't? Imagine not having 1 mana cryptic commands, right? Saheeli copying a goose makes a permanent food too, which is great. Send the goose to Lily's face, no fear in this dojo. Honk honk. Like the Oko Teferi tempo is like very real. Pioneer, hope you've been having a great day. I have been. We've been jamming Pioneer all day and it's been a lot of fun. Your Planeswalker's dead. We've got a great board. Like even if they like languish us here, I still have 2 Planeswalkers. Oh no, not Siege Elk. How are we ever gonna beat a Siege Elk, chat? My first impression of Pioneer is that the green cards might need to be banned like once in Veil. Because they keep anything. I mean, that's basically the problem in Standard, right? You're basically just talking about like what the current issue with Standard is. That the green cards are too good. Just make a food here. Hype for the new format. How do you feel about Grixis control? I think Grixis doesn't play Veil of Summer. Can I interest you in some Veils of Summer? And some Once Upon a Time. Yeah, we played against the Just Guy Saheeli deck earlier in this league, and they were like casting Opt, and we're casting Oath of Nissa and Once Upon a Time, and it's just like, this is not fair. It's just not fair. I should have attacked with the goose that had haste. So you're enjoying your day of Elkadir, yep. Slumgar's Scorn. All right, so I have how many looks at a cat here? A lot. Combo. I think this deck might be good, chat. I think this deck might be good. Easy 5-0. It's people like you that made it impossible to get my last 2 Okos in paper. Look at all those chesties. Look at all the burritos, chat. Look at all the burritos. Burritos. All right. So let's talk about things I liked and things I didn't like. First off, there are too many lands in this deck. Let's cut a Stomping Ground. Heart of Koran was kind of medium. I want to get rid of that. I think I want the other 2 Wicked Wolves in the main deck. We talked about, like, Spell Queller and Teferi and not, but honestly, I kind of, like Spell Queller and Teferi is, like, a little bit medium in the first couple of games we played, but I feel like in that home stretch, like, Spell Queller really had a chance to punch the clock and go to work, and I was pretty happy with him. And honestly, probably just round out the last copy of this. Move to Prime. Well, thanks for keeping me around anyways, Greenlight. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I think, like, the idea of Reflector Mage sounds fine. Like, maybe let's just put a couple in the sideboard after I drag the Wicked Wolves to the main. Because I agree there are matchups where, like, this card's going to have good text. And, like, copying this card with Saheeli Rai is great. We could want Scooze in the board maybe, too. Yeah. Like, these Pithing Needles might be unnecessary because, like, 3-mana Teferi, 3-mana Teferi stops Aetherworks Marvel from working. So I'd maybe try this. Pretty close to what we played. Mostly 4-ofs in the main deck. In fact, the only card in the main deck that's not a 4-of in the spells is Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves. And these are a 4-of. We're just splitting the difference because it's technically correct to split the difference because of cards like Deputy of Detention and Declaration in Stone and stuff like that. Adidas, why is this application insisting I write something? I just want to give you Bezo Bucks. Thanks for the 7 months. This format going to be dominated by busted 3-mana Planeswalkers? Probably. Bile Blight, stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'd try this next time. Is there any tech for the mirror? I mean, can I tell you tech for the mirror? Like, how am I supposed to win the mirror if I tell you all how to tech for the mirror? I'm going to work on the mirror tech off stream and win the first PTQ with it. Wolf was absurd, Chris. There's a bunch of people trying to play fair decks in this format, and Wolf just, like, eats them up. We played 2 Wolves in the main, and I definitely won all 4. Mirror Tech, Be Luckier is definitely a good mirror deck. For people asking about this updated deck list, I'm going to update it. I'm going to push it to Stream Decker right now. So you can have that. All right, we are not completely done for the day just yet. We've got one more Pioneer deck coming up here next. We're going to play some green-black Pioneer Elves. And then we're going to roll on into some Standard on Arena to wrap things up today because I am playing the MCQ this weekend, so I need to